Prejudice seems easy to spot in others, but no one wants to admit they harbor it themselves. Parents especially have a hard time admitting they may even pass stereotypes onto their kids. But research suggests children as young as 2 actually begin to show biases. So how do we help our kids stay open-minded? NBC's Kevin Tibbles found one school district in Minnesota that thinks it has an answer.
An example of a stereotype. Who can give me an example of a stereotype?
It's not reading, writing, or arithmetic, but in this 4th grade classroom, the 4th R is racism and how to defeat it.
4th graders do get teased, don't they?
And intolerance studies show is learned at a very young age.
Children learn things not just from their parents, but from the media, from society, from other students, their neighborhoods, everywhere.
And that's where these Minnesota schools are stepping in. Here in Rochester, Prejudice Reduction workshops start in kindergarten and continue through high school, tackling topics from stereotyping to freedom of religion.
Being rejected and stuff.
Take this 4th grade class where they are using apples to teach the kids that when you tease someone,
it's really awful.
They may look fine on the outside.
Well, what do you see when you look inside? How does it look?
But they're likely to be bruised on the inside.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
And the workshops encourage students to open up about their own experiences.
I've been teased about my skin color.
These 7th graders soon realized after the workshop that they too judge people on first impressions all the time.
It kind of just happens, and sometimes you don't even know it. It just makes you really think about what you're doing.
That sense of empathy is exactly what researchers say is key to undoing bias and building tolerance. And it seems to be working. Teachers report that after the workshops, they see less bullying and have fewer disciplinary problems.
And the lesson kids learn here doesn't just resonate at this school and in this community, but will prepare them to compete in the global community as well.
Our students will live in a world entirely different from the world that we're currently living.
With such high stakes, researchers are trying to measure the results. The Minnesota workshops are now being studied at Columbia University as part of a national effort to promote bias education. Meanwhile, the proof is in the students.
We're more open-minded than the generations before us were.
Still, to avoid any bruised apples in the future, programs like these need to have their message reinforced by parents at home. For today, Kevin Tibbles, NBC News, Chicago.